Hello, Empowering You community. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. This is a huge year for manifesting. And I feel like it's a huge year for manifesting abundance, okay? The number 2020 actually breaks down to 1111. And if you know anything about numerology, then you probably know the number 11 is a master number and is huge for manifestation. And I love to help people manifest in their life, and I would love to help you guys get more of an abundant mindset. So today we're going to do a little self-inventory, see where I am, get a picture or an idea of where it is that I want to go, what's gone on over the last year, okay? So I want to do that, and then what I want to do is I want to help us look at something, right? The one thing that maybe has been getting our attention for a while that we haven't taken any action on, what it is that I want to actually change. And I'll give you an exercise to be able to help you do that, hopefully. So here we go. Let's think about this last year. Think about how you've changed, right? How do you look at things differently perhaps than you did? How do you feel about yourself differently? Maybe how do you feel about the people in your life? What has transpired maybe with circumstances or a situation? Like, what have you learned? And, oftentimes if we think about it, and we don't think about it that often, that's why I'm talking about it, our feelings have also changed, right, towards things, right? Not only perspectives shift, feelings change, right? So what have you gained? What kind of clarity have you gained over the last year? And is your focus more on gain, or has it been more on gain? Or has your focus been more on fears and lack, victim consciousness, lack mentality? And what is still getting your attention, right? And this is where we're going to shift into the abundance part of this. So what is getting your attention? What is it that you're unhappy with? What is it that you're uncomfortable with? What is it that maybe you wanted to change a year ago? And here we are a year later. And I want to talk about this because this has so much to do with abundance. Abundance is inside of ourselves, right? We think of abundance as being outside. The truth is, abundance comes to us when we feel abundant about ourselves. And the way that I like to explain this is when we start to embrace ourselves, when we start to love ourselves, when we start to have healthy boundaries and feel empowered enough to stand up for ourselves and to advocate for ourselves, when we start changing our negative self-talk into more compassionate friend talk, right? When we start treating ourselves like we're the most important person in our world, that's when we become abundant. And it's all about energy, right? I can't change anything, that which I don't first give to myself and change for myself. That's why this is so important. So if there's something I've been wanting to change over the last year and I haven't taken any action, or maybe I've taken some action and then I gave up, then guess what happens? The energy surrounding that starts to be either stagnant, stuck, right? Or it becomes negative because now I don't feel so good about myself, right? Now I'm feeling bad, I've lost my confidence. You know how it is, right? We've all experienced this. I've experienced this so much in my life. And now I'm better at making a decision and committing to me because, and I commit to other people in my life, but I'm able to do it now because now guess what? I know that I'm going to show up for myself, and I know that I'm committed to myself because I know that it all begins with me. I make the decision of what I want to create in my life. I make the decision of what I want to manifest in my life. And then I take steps according. I'm not waiting on things to change. for me to change. I'm the agent of change. So I want to make sure that we really understand this because it's huge, okay? So getting back to that one thing that you want to change, you're not feeling so good about. What you're going to need to do is do what I do, and that is sit down with yourself, and that is get quiet. I have a pad of paper I like to write on, or a journal, right? And sit down and I start talking to myself and okay, so what is that thing? Write down the thing that's getting your attention, that's uncomfortable, that you're unhappy with. Write down why you're unhappy with it. Write down what would happen if it actually changed. How would you feel about yourself if you actually made that change? How would your life change if you made that change? How would your relationships possibly change with the world around you, the people in your life? What I don't think we often take a look at is the subconscious program stuff that could be going on that keeps us from actually committing to ourselves and following through. And here's an example, and hopefully you'll understand what I mean. If I'm 20 pounds overweight and I want to lose weight, and I have been way more than 20 pounds overweight, okay? If I'm 20 pounds overweight and I keep trying and I keep trying, it's not working, and I feel terrible about myself, and we all know what that feels like, or many of us do, then something could be happening with me. Well, in a world where I lost the weight, how would I deal with the new compliments from other people, right? Would that be too much attention towards myself, right? Because a lot of people don't make change because of fear, right? But what about if it's as innocent as, I'm not able to receive? You have to be able to receive if you're going to get more attention and people are going to compliment you. I mean, you don't have to be able to, but it sure would make things easier for you if you enjoyed, compliments, not from an ego place, but from an appreciation. Thank you for acknowledging me place, right? Not for a fuel the ego place. So you can see where I might need to keep the 20 pounds on in order to prevent me from getting attention that I'm not able to handle, right? Well, guess what? There's a lot of stuff in our lives that could be just like that. So it's important to sit down with paper. It's important to get clear about what it is. How would my relationships change, my life change? And would I be okay with that? What does the change mean for me? And I do believe that sitting down and just doing this basic exercise will help you gain insight into you and what it is that you may not have been aware of that might be holding you back in ways. So I take my job very seriously, and I want everyone to be abundant. I want everyone to feel good about themselves. I want everyone to feel good about their lives and their participation in life, and what they're giving to life, what they're experiencing in their life. So I would love to hear from you. If there's ever anything that you want me to talk about, I'm all ears. If you would like to give me feedback on something, I'm all ears. And that's it. I'd like to help you move forward. Oh, the most important thing I forgot to say was, after you write these things down on your piece of paper, write down 3 action steps, 3 things that you know would help you move forward. And then I want you to commit to yourself with just 1 step. That's all you have to do, 1. Committing to yourself, taking the upper hand, being in charge of yourself is amazing once you do it. And if you have done it, then you know how good it feels. And then it becomes even more and more easy as you go to commit to yourself and to follow through on things and to get things done for yourself. You'll be amazed at the confidence that you gain. You'll be amazed at how the world is a lot brighter when you're able to do that. So that is it. I wish you all a very happy 2020. We can do this. And I'm looking forward to taking this journey with you. Okay? Thanks so much for all your love and support. Here we go. Talk to you soon.